morning, guys. Happy Thursday. I am headed to my fundraising event. I'm running a little behind. I just wanted to tell you guys about how important it is to be consistent. I went and I looked it up, and it talked about how consistency will help you reach the goal that you're trying to reach. And that is like so true, because I had to think about me and how consistent I am with what I do. And consistency will help you get that paycheck that you're looking for, because it doesn't happen on the first post we post. It doesn't always happen on the second post we post, the third post, the fourth post. It doesn't always happen on the first video that we share, the second, the third. It doesn't always happen on that first phone call that we make, the second, the third. It doesn't always happen on that first message that we send to somebody, the second, the third. But guys, it's the consistency that's what's going to give you the results. I give you an example, just like this fundraising event that I did for Mama for her birthday. And this is something I really started back in 2020 when I came up with the idea of doing the Spoil a Senior campaign for the seniors there at the nursing home. I consistently went live every day, twice a day. And in between that time, I would share a post about, and I would share it a couple of times. In other words, I may have made the post 4 times a day. In the morning early, I go live, and I would share that live video again, or sometimes I would just go live later, and I would share the post twice a day. And of course, I would ask others to share it. I did that every day when I first did that first campaign, and it went so well until I exceeded my goal. See, it was just something that I thought about at almost kind of like the last minute. But I kept, and initially I didn't get any kind of attention at all for about the first week. Nothing, crickets, nothing. I think every now and then I may have gotten 1 or 2 likes. But they kept seeing me show up with that. And in addition to that, I would take pictures of the bundles. I would show them what they would get. I talked about the bundles, talked about the value, and I talked about how important it was for those seniors to have a smile on their face. So I brought value to what I was talking about, but I showed up every day. More than 1 time a day, more than 2 times a day, more than 3 times a day. Every day I showed up with that. It was such a huge success. So now I've taken it to another level. So now I'm doing Spoil a Mother. I did that last year. I did the Spoil a Father campaign. So now I'm doing one for Mama's birthday. It is at the same nursing home. And I took on another nursing home last year for the Father's Day. I just did it 1 time. It was kind of hard trying to manage 2. But you see where I'm going with this. The only way that we're going to be successful at anything that we do, we have to be consistent. You have to have a good attitude. You got to show up daily. And in some cases, you got to show up more than 1 time, more than 2 times, more than 3 times, depending on what you're doing. But just know that everybody's not going to respond when you expect them to. But you got to keep showing up. You can't get discouraged if somebody doesn't like your post or doesn't comment. Doesn't mean it does not mean that they're not seeing it. You got to do it because you know it's the thing to do. You got to do it because you know it's the right thing to do. So I've had many people to say, well, how have you been successful with this? I take pictures of the products as they come in. I just line the products up, let people see it. I thank those who have already made a purchase. And with these, in the case that I'm dealing with the situation now, I got a big birthday card for Mama that I'm going to write everybody's name in there and take a picture of it so people can see it. And once I get to the nursing home, I go live again showing people where the products are going. Let them know that this is being put to good use. So these are just some of the things, guys, that I do to keep high PRV, and not just high PRV, but it also helps with getting people to join, because when they see that you're heavily involved in serving the community, that shows something about, it tells something about you and who you are, because it shows that you give more than you take. So people love that. people see you as a real person with a heart versus somebody being generic and just posting a whole lot of sensy stuff without seeing who you are as a person. So this shows who you are as a person when you give it back. So guys, have a great one, but I just wanted to talk to you guys about being consistent. Consistency is key to your success, and it doesn't matter what you're doing. You got to show up to go up, and being consistent is everything. I've been doing this now for almost 13 years, guys. I find myself doing some of the same things that I did when I first started, or sometimes I'll stop that and I'll change up. You can't always do the same thing over and over because you gotta run with the times. Times are changing, so when times are changing, people are changing, so you gotta roll with that. That's kind of like in 2020, everybody was on the inside, so everybody was doing things virtually. So now people are moving about. So since people are moving about, we got to move about. We got to change the way we do things. And I mean, in 2020, I had to change the way I did things because I was so accustomed to working events, and I didn't know anything about how to do things virtually. So you got to always be in a situation where you shift gears. I remember saying I would never party. I said that to myself because I was doing events. I really didn't have time to party. My PRV was strong. I said I didn't want to do parties. Then I started psyching myself out like, did nobody want to do parties? Well, it was really me that didn't want to do parties. Not that anybody else, it was just me. And now that I see things are changing, now I need to party. I was doing virtual parties in 2020. So now I'm able to do the virtual parties now. I can do an in-home party. Somebody wants me to, I don't mind doing it now. But now I am capitalizing on these pouch parties because it's easy. Putting together some testers, a couple of catalogs, a couple of order forms, and maybe some instructions inside of a little pouch, and give it to people so they can share it when they're around their family and friends. That is like so easy, and it's going to benefit them because they can get some free and half off while they're sharing it. They can stick it in their purse, their backpack. Super easy, super simple, super lightweight. So that's what I'm doing, and I'm enjoying it. I've even shipped my first one out. So I just want you guys to know that consistency is key. Showing up and doing those things that you need to do on a regular basis is what's going to help you reach your goal. Love you guys. Take care. Bye.